as I can't even begin to imagine what's going through the mind of the Undertaker right now.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. And once you're done, leave a comment down below and I just might end up responding. Yeah, you heard me. 10 times the Undertaker, the Phenom, the legend among legends, the most widely acclaimed professional in all of professional wrestling. This one needs no intro. I'm D Wicket, and these are the 10 times that the Undertaker broke character in WWE. Number 10, the American Badass.
Oh my God! My God, it's the Undertaker!
Right, I know this technically isn't a character break, as the Undertaker's character from 2000 to 2004 was, for some unforsaken reason, actually supposed to be the American Badass, but you'll notice a similar trend throughout this list, as I refuse to believe the Undertaker, the dead man, the man who's literally supposed to be dead, decided to reanimate himself for 3.5 years and play around with bikes and bandanas. Bikes and Bandanas sounds like this shitty band that would make the American Badass Taker's theme song, except no wait, Limp Bizkit made his theme song, and that's somehow immeasurably worse. Number 9, Tombstoning the Turkey.
Hey Jimmy, you should have the Undertaker from WWE come out and tombstone a guy in a turkey outfit on your show.
Despite the fact that he did show up fully in character to The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, he showed up on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and they even had a cute little moment together. This is weird.
For the Undertaker!
Well, it's time to actually talk about it. The Undertaker once tombstoned Brad Maddox in a turkey costume on a late night show. There's just too many things wrong with that scenario that I just relayed to you. There's almost an infinite amount of them. Far too many to sit back and recall upon, as I'm sure we're all excited to just watch a turkey eat shit. Number 8, he's scared of cucumbers. No. Nope. No and no. The man who is dead cannot have a fear of a goddamn vegetable. The Undertaker could look any single wrestler, no, he could look any single man dead in the eye in any given scenario. But he can't even look a cucumber in the eye. Cucumbers don't even have fucking eyes. If cucumbers had eyes, maybe we could talk about the potential reasons to be scared of a cucumber, because that would be pretty fucking weird. But guess what, fucko, it doesn't exist, so why is the dead man supposedly afraid of them? I don't get it. It's just a green dick. And it's not even like a pussyfooting rumor either. Paul fucking Bearer confirmed this one. What is happening?
I've seen big pay-per-views where the Undertaker will be getting dressed, reaches for his hat, pick cucumber in his hat.
Number 7, jobbing out WCW guys.
Must be going for the Undertaker. Well, I bet this actually wrong place. Hey! The Undertaker should let his wife fight her own battle!
Mark Calloway, the man behind the Taker, is the most authentic professional wrestler alive, in that he follows the original template of respect that this sport's entertainment was built upon more strictly than anyone else in the entire business. There's a reason these character breaks haven't exactly been typical character breaks, and that's because those just don't exist. All that being said, it is kind of really insane to see Taker just shamelessly partaking in the jobbing out of WCW as an entire company. Don't get me wrong, props to him for staying loyal for the entirety of the Monday Night Wars to his company. He was always with Vince, always stood by his side, was always WWF, but seeing him just it doesn't make sense. Just seeing him do things like completely bury Diamond Dallas Page in his first ever WWE feud, that's not Undertaker to me.
The referee distracted. Oh, no, come on! The count, oh my God, a toe slam right outside.
Number 6, the post-streak staggering. Something of a WrestleMania tradition, every single time The Undertaker defended his legendary streak at the Show of Shows, well, first off, he'd win. For a long time, that was sort of a given, but even more powerful for the live audience and attendance, he always did that classic Taker pose. You know, the whole down on one knee, eyes rolled back, tongue out, spooky dead man pose. I'm not 100% sure, but I think even during his American Badass days, he would still do this for the post-Mania matches. It was his thing. It was his calling card to show the whole audience, hey, I am The Undertaker. This is what I do. This is my streak. Thank you all for being here. Well, after the streak was over, Taker didn't do his classic pose, and instead was so beaten and banged up that he staggered around, concussed, looking utterly defeated. Not just as a wrestler, but as a man. The streak wasn't the only WrestleMania tradition that died that day.
As I can't even begin to imagine what's going through the mind of The Undertaker right now.
Number 5, running away from fire. Right, now, to his credit, Mark Calloway isn't actually dead. It's kind of tricky when you play a man who's supposed to be portrayed as dead, but not dead, but technically dead at the same time, because, well, first off, what? And second off, how would you even feel pain? You're dead, right? So your nerves are not present, they're dead. So, for example, if you were to walk into a giant flaming fireball that just erupted from the ground off a miscue, well, you should be able to walk straight through it without having any troubles.
Fire can't go through doors, stupid. It's not a ghost.
But unfortunately, he's not actually dead. He's just Mark. So on the contrary, The Undertaker didn't exactly take this approach when a giant flaming fireball actually did erupt straight into him off of a miscue. Number 4, the Era Ender. WrestleMania 28 was an improvement against WrestleMania 27 by a long shot. We'll say that much here for now. I'm sure I'll get into that someday. One thing that remained about as consistent, if not actually improved, from WrestleMania 27 to 28 was The Undertaker's matchup against Triple H as the pair fought their sequel, technically their third Mania match in total, with the added bonuses of Shawn Michaels guest refereeing and Hell in a Cell closing them inside of the ring. While Taker defiantly kicked out of a Sweet Chin Music pedigree combo and managed to force his way into triumph, the win wasn't exactly in spite of his opponents. After the match, all three men embraced on top of the ramp, signaling the end of an era, as they so forcibly called it every single week. And then 2 of these men just kept wrestling annually, and then all 3 of them would show up within the same match for that Saudi dollar just 6 years later. What a fucking disappointment.
Here tonight at WrestleMania.
Number 3, taking signings outside of the WWE. Whoa! Whoa! Fucking whoa. When I read this shit a few weeks ago, when I heard that The Undertaker was doing anything related to interviews outside of the WWE, finally, I was wary as to whether or not it was legit or if it was just a rumor. I mean, the cost alone for these interviews was so high it made it seem like it had to be a hoax, but then Taker shows up for an hour-long kayfabe destroying interview with Ed Young on YouTube, and suddenly I'm inspired to create this video. I'm sorry, but The Undertaker outside of WWE in any capacity is just fucking bizarre to me, especially him slowly plotting through conversations about being The Undertaker.
Kind of started to realize that we had something special with that character. I was never satisfied.
Number 2, showing respect to Jeff Hardy. Yes, hindsight has proven this one is legitimately an unscripted moment, so it's legit, probably the first truly legit character break on the list, but I don't give a damn. Here we go. During a Raw in 2002, Jeff Hardy challenged the American Badass Taker in a ladder match for his WWE Championship. A truly classic match. Hardy actually managed to come closer, way closer than anyone would have expected, but in the end, he came up short. If you thought this was good, just wait until I say the memorable part hasn't even happened yet. After winning the match and both attacking and threatening Jeff, the Hardy brother refused to stay down, absolutely refused to not stand back up and keep fighting, and ended up earning himself some respect in the process.
He's defenseless. And look at that. The Undertaker raises Jeff Hardy's hand. What the hell is up with that?
And number 1, parting ways with Ric Flair. In a truly unprecedented, straight-up breaking of Taker's character, we have one of the greatest showings of respect in the entire business. Much more than just holding up Jeff Hardy's hand, after everyone got in their thanks and love for Ric Flair, The Undertaker came out to pay his dues to the retiree and did so with a handshake, hug, and of course the pose that he couldn't give us post WrestleMania 30. followed by yet another tearier hug, a raising of his hands, and yet another goddamn hug. You will never see something like that ever again. And those are the 10 times The Undertaker broke character in the WWE. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below after liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and notifications, and that god-forsaken damn bell.